Welcome to this episode of Be Quick with Mick, the world's fastest contingent workforce interview slash game show. I'm your host, Mickey Pelletier. Here's how it works. We'll start with an initial set of questions to get to know our guests on a more personal level, because we're more than just contingent workforce experts, we're real people. From there, we'll have our guest answer a question from our book of truth, and then we'll go into our challenge round, where our guest will play one of our contingent workforce related games. Since the name of the show is Be Quick with Mick, we'll look for fast, short answers. No thinking, no back and forth. Just speak your mind. Before I begin, I'd like to put out there that if you're interested in being a sponsor of Be Quick with Mick, please let me know. All right, guest, let's get started. Tell me about yourself. Who are you? What would you say you do here?
Hello, Ashley Skidgell Wilson. I am a contingent workforce professional. I work on the client side on managing global programs. And I have been in the industry for about 15 years on all the different sides, MSP, supplier, and finally landed in client area for the last, 8 years or so.
That's awesome. Lots of experience. We'll put your knowledge to the test here, and we're glad to have you, Ashley. So thanks for being here. Let's get personal. Question number one. If you could instantly learn any skill, what would it be?
So either forensics and maybe doing something with crime scene forensics would be kind of fun and a little dark. And then in the total opposite end, I kind of want to learn to fly, be a pilot.
Very, very opposite sides of the spectrum indeed, but that's awesome. Those would be some unique skills to have. Next question. If you could switch lives with someone for a day, who would it be and why?
So easy. So I would switch lives with Ocean Ramsey. She's a marine biologist who specifically does shark conservation, and she gets to swim all over the world in the coolest places with sharks. And I'd want to do that.
The name like Ocean,
You're
I
right.
feel like you're obligated to have a job like
She
that.
was destined for where she's at. Yeah.
All right, next question. What was the last book you read that you couldn't put down?
The last book I read was called Attribution, and I had an advanced copy, but by the time I got to reading it, it was probably 4 years old. I loved it. It was kind of like a Italian art history book on a piece of art that was discovered that changed the artist's sort of secrets in life that had been hidden for centuries.
It was good enough that you couldn't put it down and
Couldn't
you
put it
did
down.
finish it.
Yep.
All right. What's your favorite board game or card game?
I play a lot of board games, or at least used to before life got busier. So I'm going to say Castles of Burgundy and Viticulture are my top favorite board games.
Know that I've ever heard of either of those, but I'm gonna rewatch this, write that down, and take a look at what those are. Always up for some good board game recommendations. But all right, now it's time for the Book of Truth. Ashley, can you pick a number between 1 and 600 for a random question?
Okay, 517.
517. What do you think is needed to make the world a better place?
Oh my gosh. It's definitely some level of compassion or empathy for one another.
Yeah, without a doubt. We need that in the world. Good answer. Now it's time to take you to the challenge round here, where you're going to be put to the test to think on your feet and answer some contingent workforce related questions. So here are your options of challenges. Pick one and I'll explain the rules. So there is the yes, no opinion gauntlet, word association, never have I ever, finish the sentence, or would you rather?
Let's do finish the sentence.
All right, I'll start a sentence and you have to briefly finish it however you see fit with the first thing that comes to mind. Now, there is no right or wrong answer, and we'll get through as many as we can in 60 seconds. Okay, here we go. The future of contingent workforce looks like...
It's moving really slowly, but there's a lot of minor innovation.
The most rewarding part of working in the contingent workforce industry is...
The people we get to work with and the community.
The key to a successful contingent workforce program is...
Communication.
The biggest risk in contingent workforce management is...
Biggest risk in contingent workforce management is not having visibility to your entire contingent workforce.
The best advice I've ever received about managing a contingent workforce program is...
Question everything and design your own path.
Great answers, Ashley. This was a lot of fun. So I want to thank you again for taking the time to be on our show. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in today. Hope you all have a great day. Thanks.